Greetings everybody, this is Dawson here in my, well, normal attire actually, but I'm actually on my way to Linköping, where I'm going to Närcon. At the moment I'm actually quite early, but to be honest, I'm actually caffeine fueled by energy drinks, so possibly I would actually hold myself awake until I arrive, of course, and then check into my hotel. Which is actually something I actually do from now on, because why not? I've actually been sleeping in some sleeping halls before in the previous conventions I've been in, but I thought it was pretty much reducing. It wasn't really comfortable, but still was actually something, so maybe something cozy for once. So yeah, it's gonna be fun at the convention, which is actually called Närcon. Närcon Summer is pretty much bigger. 2 years ago I was at Närcon, and it was Närcon Winter at the time, and that was a week before the pandemonia just broke out. So yeah, I can actually understand that one. But anyways, we'll see how it goes, and hope to see you later on. At the hotel, of course. Greetings everybody, this is Dawson here, and welcome to Närcon. If you thought that the Närcon 2 years ago, Närcon Winter, was just enough, this is how big it really is. It's almost like Valhalla in Norse mythology. So yeah, every cosplay you've actually been meeting throughout other conventions gathers here at Närcon during summer. So if you're wondering why I'm walking around like this in my normal attire right now, is because the hotel actually wanted me to wait until about 3 p.m. because they didn't actually finish the room in time. That is the earliest they can actually come up with. But in the meanwhile, why not just walking around, having a really good time, possibly film or photographing something else, something like it. But sorry, it's just that if I actually find a Venti cosplayer, I'd really love to ask them if I want to take a photo, because personally Venti is my favorite character in Genshin Impact. I mean, there's something about Venti's personality, character, and also the way he talks that is actually making me getting drawn to him somehow. I don't know why, but anyways, he's really cute, by the way, and the voice actors who voiced Venti is really awesome too. So hopefully we will see what is happening during the convention, and hopefully I will get some really good stuff to do. So yeah, later on every pony. This is a card game room where you can actually play card games in terms of Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that. So it actually makes sense, come to think of it. Believe it or not, I actually played some Magic the Gathering. I'm probably a warlock of, well, fire and death, because why not? Black and red is actually obvious, because red is giving damage to the player, and obviously black ruins everything or corrupts the cards, so it actually makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. And also for those who wants to play D&D the first time, I recommend the Player's Handbook and Dungeon Master as a start, and the Monster Manual. Well, for those who doesn't want to, that's okay. I can understand.
There's one D&D game I want to pick up.
So what I'm standing at right now is the activity room. I think there are about, I don't know, 5 or 6 of these activity rooms, and right now they're just playing a game that I have no idea what it is, but still, it actually is quite funny. So yeah, let's check it out.
Och det är vinnare är äran. Jag bedömer Playdables.
They have a really good drawing activity here, so for those who are artists and such and want to actually try out for the first time, this is where you're supposed to go. You pick up papers, you pick up pencils, and then it is time to go. Well, drawing, of course. I think they're doing some kind of a pose. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to touch your hand or so. But this is a funny activity. So this is basically Dragon's Den. It's not really a Dragon's Den, it's more like that you can play games and puzzles and such. And there are not many players at the moment, but there will be at day 2, I think. And I also realized that I held the camera vertically, so probably when I edit this one, it's gonna be vertically instead of horizontal. So I apologize for that. That's lots and lots of boxes. Well, I guess it has a really good reason to it too. These are mystery boxes, so to speak, and it could actually be anything. It could be a random plushie, it could be yeah, basically anything in a category. For example, Mandalorian, Stranger Things. Depending on what you actually choose, you get something out of that kind of a category. But still, they have some really good mercs here too. For example, remember when you actually had Star Wars Episode 1 coming out, and there are nostalgia into it? There are some few things that also sells old Star Wars toys and mercs. So it's actually really great. Who, me? Yeah, you, Deadpool. There are so many people right now, excuse me. But this is the video session where you can actually buy some anime. You can also, well, basically buy some DVD boxes, I believe. It's actually really fun if you are a huge anime fan and want a really big collection like this one. I mean, why not? It's just adorable. Yep.
Yeah, I need to find like look around and see if I can find like something that I really like. Because there's probably gonna be like
Very funny. I had a lot of
You find backpack, you actually have to take that was done. Did you find those
Sorry. Oops, my finger was in the way. Shoot. This is a cute session, but also warning for those with faint heart for dakimakuras. But there are both clothes and dakimakuras in this session. And sorry. But they also have some what you call it, wigs and such too. So it actually makes sense, I guess. And he also got some really cool posters. Yee! There's Venti. Oh, I see. They actually are coming in certain different kinds, but I actually love this one. It's actually really cute with Venti, especially with the two of the other Archons together, which is actually really great. As we are walking around here, I've actually realized that there are so many rooms around here, and you are quite confused when you are walking around to look at the merchandise, and you ask yourself, which way did I actually come from, and which one did I enter right now again. So it's actually quite confusing at first, but once you have been here for a while, you actually recognize yourself. It's been 2 years since COVID broke out, so it's actually no wonder. It's been a while, so yeah. But even so, I do have a really good local sense, so I should recognize most of the rooms anyway. So yeah. So much food to eat and so much to order. It's almost hard to actually find what to eat. I haven't actually eaten much, but somehow I'm not that hungry. But I will actually do so further on. But anyways, so I actually met one of the first of my Swedish fan dubbers that I actually was stumbling across is supposed to be here, and he also said that they're coming later on, so I might be hanging around with them as well while I'm actually here, of course. But as we are walking around, yes, this is actually huge. There are so many people here, especially 2 years after this whole pandemic has actually been going around. So it's actually many people around here again in comparison to after the pandemic has started to break out. There were restrictions that unfortunately have actually been cancelling out events like this and instead go for online events instead. So yeah, it was sad, but I'm actually glad that they are actually back again. So yeah, as we're walking around, we can actually expect to see some really cool cosplays today and possibly tomorrow. Looks like that they are doing some kind of live stand-up of Let's Dance or so. It's actually fun to see people dancing around again after so long time. So this is the artist alley, and believe it or not, I was actually doing an artist alley before, but it wasn't here. Though it wasn't really successful, I actually had a good time to show off most of my arts and such at the artist alley. So it was actually quite something. It's not really it wasn't really successful, but at least I had fun being there. If you're wondering what these people are doing here, is that they actually are doing a sword practicing, Jaido or Ludo, but it's actually lightsaber, so it actually makes some quite a good sense. So if you're a dedicated Star Wars fan but want to learn about how to deal with a lightsaber, then this is the group that you can actually visit or train with when you come to Linköping. So that's actually really great. That's how I actually practice a little bit on lightsaber as well. So that's really good. The A house, however, is actually quite different. They have video games, and you also can play video games if you are really interested in trying them out. All from nostalgic to new games. It doesn't actually matter what. But for example, A Link to the Past from well, SNES. And I just realized I might have my finger in front of the lens again, sorry. But yeah, all from old to new games if you are really interested in it. So it's actually really great, especially when you are a really good player. So that's something. I'm gonna look around this A house to see if there's anything else. So yeah. Playing games is actually really good around here too, but you don't actually need to play the games if you want to. You can actually purchase games and merchandising here as well, and this is what this one does. Spel och sånt, games and such in Swedish. So they actually have some really good variety of games and merchandise, all from Switch to Super Nintendo or NES. And they also have these amiibo figures as well. So if you are a hardcore Super Smash Bros. Guy who wants to have amiibos in your team, then this is probably something for you. Because why the heck not? I mean, it's really awesome. This is where I actually bought an amiibo version of Detective Pikachu for my friend, and she still have it even today, so that's pretty good. Greetings again. After coming back to the hotel, they finally set it up. So what do you think? It's a really nice room actually, with a small TV here and possibly well, refrigerator hopefully. But it's actually really good to be in a hotel room so I can actually do some changes, because when I actually do some when I go for conventions, the first thing I did was sleeping at the sleeping halls, and the only way to change into your cosplay is to go into a random bathroom or something like it. But good thing I actually have time to do some cosplay here, because I'm going to be Star Singer. And here I am, cosplaying as Star Singer from My Little Pony actually is so sealed. But here we go. Let's go, because this is Star Singer, the singing Pegasi musician. He's back at Närcon, baby.
Ever, and I think last night she chewed off my foot.
You forgot to feed her. She got hungry.
The idea that I forgot to feed her presumes that I somehow knew I was supposed to feed her. So I just didn't know. I mean, this leopard wandered into my house.
Pray for the almighty Primal Gem. This is a really cool moment, but I think I missed it. All hail to the Primal Gem. Sorry. Sorry.
Vi såg det här. Du missade en jag fattar.
Wait, am I speaking Swedish to you guys? Oops, sorry. But anyways, this is a collection, or this is a section that I have not actually seen yet. And they have a really big collection of, well, what are you going to call them? PVC figures or so? I think that is that. It is almost the same as last time, but yeah, this is actually a really good collection. Yet another session that I am not actually seeing is this one. It seems that the artist must have been putting up some really good job to make these artwork a reality.
It's so nice.
Wow. That's an artwork I will call reality. Indeed. So beautiful. Running around in the convention actually makes you a bit hungry, so let's grab some grub, shall we? But what am I supposed to eat? Maybe this one. See, this is a kind of a stand that is actually, well, when you actually look at it first, it doesn't look as much. But when you actually reach that back wagon, you actually see that most of the food is actually almost like it is a Polish middle-aged way to actually eat or something like that. More like medieval kind of a way of eating in Poland. So maybe something like that, or maybe something else. But well, I'll just go where the gut is actually coming from. So yeah. I don't know about this, folks. Oh, what do you think? Is that a really good? I mean, I don't think I. So here I'm going to taste a Pokemon soda, sea salt, cheese, sparkling water. Here we go. That is the first time I don't actually like something I've shown you on camera, but I'm sorry, it's just not me. It's terrible. Oh yeah, I think I actually forgot this session. I think it's actually really good place, though it's not much now. It used to have some activities, but people are just relaxing and do some funny photo shoots and such, and even a ball bath. That's pretty cute, isn't it? Yeah, it's actually pretty cute. I'm actually talking about the ball bath, not the girl. But yeah, I remember this one was the main part I've been looking around some few years ago. But still, this used to have activities, but now it's just a bit of a chill here. So, that's always good. Greetings, everypony. This is starting here. I've been changing back to my normal attire again, and today was actually really good. This has actually been a really good first day, even though I was expecting there were not so many people. But it was really great, it was huge. And also I got to meet my Swedish fan doubles as well. It's been about 2-3 years ago, according to them, I think. But still, it was really fun actually. I did not find a Venti plushie, but I will eventually at the next con. But I actually got a signed Lumi postcard by Lumi herself. You know, Lumi from Twitch, who's a VTuber who's also a white wolf. And according to her, Australia is actually having the most craziest time or so. When I said that she did really well collaborating together with Wolfie Chew. And yeah, what do you expect? It's actually Australia and such. And then I also got this Venti drawing by Kilma, who's actually also a Venti fan. He also told me that he is maining Venti and also have been polling for Venti for an earlier time. So that is actually really great, so to speak. And I actually wish Kilma a really good luck on that one as well. And also good luck on the Genshin Impact. Who knows? Maybe it is great, maybe it is bad. But still, we all know one thing. Venti is the best character. But now the day is actually going to be its end, but I also want to do a D&D, so it's not over for me, but it's over for this video, of course. So see you again tomorrow, of course.